Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ticket to Life. This is Henry, and thank you for tuning in. I will say it again. I said it on my last podcast. Happy Thanksgiving, and if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I'm hoping you got a day off and you can relax. Now, all of you who are in retail, good luck for the next month because I know you're going to need it because some people get a little crazy when it comes to shopping Black Friday. But anyway, I hope that everyone's had a good past 24 hours of your life. I wanted to mention something very important this month that I don't feel has been put out there enough, but I don't know how many of you knew this, but this is Native American Heritage Month. Did you know that? And there's a difference between Indigenous people and American Indians. Native American and American Indians are terms used to refer to people living within the U.S. or prior to European contact, which, yes, I'm sure the majority of us have relatives or our bloodline came from Europe. I know mine did. And Indigenous people refer to a group of Indigenous peoples with shared national identities, such as Navajo or the Sami, and that is equivalent to saying the American people. So I just thought I'd share that with you because honestly, I don't think there's enough information about this because honestly, I just found out about it like last week. And I usually like to mention this ahead of time because we make such a big deal about so many other months and remembering national this, national that, national this. And I don't feel like it's out there. I haven't seen any commercials for it. I haven't seen anything. And I do watch commercials sometimes. Well, anyway, just a little history. In 1986, President Ronald Reagan proclaimed November 23rd through the 30th as American Indian Week. Well, after following the Native advocacy leaders in the U.S., President George Bush in 1990 passed a bill to Congress that it was going to be National American Indian Heritage Month. Then I found out something that I had no idea. The day after Thanksgiving is Native American Heritage Day, and that was started and signed by President Obama. Now, there's not a legal holiday for Native Americans, but I think there should be because you have a legal holiday for Columbus Day, and you know what he did, so that's my beef. I feel like we should have a national legal holiday for Native Americans, but that's just me speaking. I don't know if you remember that a few years ago back at the White House, there was a kid, and his name was Nick Sandmann. He's probably in college by now or out of college. I don't know. There was a Native American elder there, and there were several groups protesting, and he got in the Native American elder Nathan Phillips' face. And he didn't yell at him or anything, but he just stood there. If you haven't seen this, Google it. And it was just kind of irritating because I don't know. I just feel like because of the way I was raised, and yes, that was a long time ago, but I hope to know that people should just respect people. And he didn't do anything or say anything or hurt him, but he literally stood right in his face and didn't let him pass pretty much, just stood there. They were both there for two different reasons, but I feel like because he was an adult, an older man, and he should have respected and just gone over to the side. That's me. Again, this kid went to a Covington Catholic high school, and I'm just like, yay, Catholics. Okay, you all know I'm Catholic, so I don't know. But the Native Americans also have many rituals, as you may know. They have very ceremonies. I don't know if you've, I may have mentioned how when we have driven to Kansas, we literally drive through the entire state of Oklahoma, and it's beautiful, but you do see certain signs of Native Americans there, and it's just really pretty. And there's a movie, I may have mentioned it in another previous podcast, Killers of Flower Moon. It's a true story. If you have not seen it, please go see it. We'll probably tick you off because it kind of ticked us off, but it's sad. But it's a true story, so it's really good. And of course, when they make movies, they use true facts, but not all is true. I'm hoping because it was pretty bad, but unless it's a documentary, I don't know. I guess I should get into the movie industry and find that out because I can't imagine. I don't know. It's just sad. It's just sad how people in America have treated others and still do. It's just very sad. But back to the Native Americans, they do have many rituals. They do lots of ceremonies. They believe in healing ceremonies. They just have continued to keep that in their life, which is so important for me to think that a ritual has been passed down. So speaking of rituals, that's what we're going to talk about. And if you don't know what a ritual is something that you may do, or maybe it's just a habit, something that you naturally do, or it's maybe just a practice. Like for me, I will tell you, it's a ritual for me to get out of bed, brush my teeth, drink coffee, and pray the rosary. I mean, that's just my morning ritual. Now, some would say it could be a religious or magic type of routine. Where did this come from? Who knows? Who I don't know why we have to give everything a name, but we do. So we have rituals at weddings and holidays and funerals to celebrate our joys and not celebrate some joys, loss of a loved one. I've had that discussion that some people are happy when they lose people that have passed, which is cruel, but they may have had a horrible relationship with that person and they're happy that they're gone. And that's sad to say, but they may celebrate it that way, but some people choose to find good in their day. I always feel that we need to find good in our day. I pray before bed. That's another ritual of mine. It makes me feel good. And prayer just makes me feel good. And if you don't pray, you just need to pray. It just makes you feel good. It really does. But back to my rituals. I usually do this every morning unless I get thrown off because I got to be somewhere. And if you see me driving down the street and think I'm on the phone or talking to myself, it's usually me praying the rosary with Mark Wahlberg. He's in the back seat praying with me. No, I'm just kidding. I use the Hallow app. And no, they did not sponsor me, but I use Hallow app. And I pray with Mark Wahlberg just about every morning. I don't know if he'd get in my back seat. I'd probably be a little apprehensive on that. So I think some people confuse rituals with OCD or habits. Or maybe that's what they all are. Maybe a ritual is OCD, or maybe it is a habit. I have a friend, and the names will be changed to protect the innocent. And she, no, I'm not going to mention any names. She, or make up one today. She is very organized, which I think is great. I love organization. I'm organized to a certain degree. But when she leaves the house, the pillows have to be in the exact spot. And if a pillow has fringe, yes. I don't know how many pillows have fringe anymore, but I remember she would, it would have to be, the fringe would have to be all spread out perfectly. Now, did she do that out of habit? Did she do it because she was OCD? And if you don't know what OCD is, it's obsessive compulsive disorder. If I don't know. Do you want to come home and just see your house perfectly the way you left it? To know that there was not a burglar in there and messed up your pillows? I don't know what that is. I did have another family friend, and their house did get burglarized. And so now they do have habits. It wasn't that their house wasn't locked. They came in through a window and burglarized the house. And as they did that, now that family they have become, I think it's a ritual or a good habit or OCD, literally check the doors every day, 3 times before they leave. When they go someplace that they say they just constantly, I don't know, people get a job, don't go bumming off people that you don't even know. But anyway, stealing is a bad thing, bad people. But anyway, so another thing that I do is if I go out of town, I like to have my house clean because I want to come home. That is OCD. I like to come home to a clean house, no laundry, and I always leave music playing for Arthur, our dog. I prefer Jazz Fruit on Apple Music, and I hope he likes it because I play that. If you've never heard Jazz Fruit, it's a playlist. It's music, and that's what it's called. It's called Jazz Fruit. If you like jazz, smooth jazz, just play that. It is so relaxing and calming, and it's the best. But that's going on another tangent. You know how I go off on things. Anyway, so this family did get burglarized, but that has become their ritual. Did you check the windows? Did you check the doors? And I'm sure they have an alarm system now, I would hope. It is funny, though, where my daughter's at in Kansas, no one has alarm systems. Of course, here in Texas, you're not part of the cool people if you don't have an alarm system. I mean, yes, we have an alarm, but and she said that people were like, "Why are y'all getting an alarm system?" Because, you can feel too safe. That's my whole thing. You can always feel too safe, and I would rather have that, and I'm glad that they have that. So, another thing is kissing people goodnight. That's a good ritual. It's a good ritual if you have someone to kiss at night. If not, you can kiss your pillow. I don't know. Or kiss someone goodbye. Did you know at weddings, like Jewish weddings, if you've seen it in movies, if you don't have any Jewish friends or ever been to a Jewish wedding, and they step usually on a cup, they cover it. It's called now I'm sure I'm going to butcher this, ketubah. And this is a ritual, and it symbolizes the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem as a reminder that even when there is joy, we cannot escape sadness. And I love that. And I'm sure you've heard the word mazel tov. What does that mean? Congratulations. More rituals that are funerals. Yes, I'm getting glum now. Funerals are funerals. That means someone has died. I don't laugh at that because we're all going to, I've said it before, two things we have in common. We are born and we will die. And you may not like me, but guess what? You're going to do the same thing I'm doing. You will die eventually. But at funerals, you usually have people. One of the rituals is readings from the Bible or from another book, I guess, prayers and a eulogy. Have you ever thought what your eulogy would say? I have. I think I may do a podcast on what my eulogy, or I think it should say, she was a crazed woman, that podcaster. No, I don't know, but that was interesting. I thought, it would be interesting to see what my eulogy would say. Maybe I will write it so my husband won't have to deal with that. But some other good daily rituals that I have found that we can do to make our life happy. Because doing a ritual, people will say, I don't have a daily ritual. Okay, you're getting out of bed. That's a ritual. You have to get out of bed. No, you don't have to, but you do. So to get out of bed, rise and shine, just feel great. And if the sun is out, go feel that energy. I know it's crazy. As well, that energy of nature and Mother Nature and God, as well as to help you regulate your circadian rhythm. Now, I'm jumping to another subject. I will tell you, when I had that minor surgery a couple of weeks ago, and they put the anesthesia, it screwed with my circadian rhythm. I literally was wide awake for 24 hours. I think I got a 30-minute nap. Because apparently anesthesia, I did not know this until, I guess I did, but it wouldn't happen to me, stays in your system for a while and does all weird things because I was bloated and yucky. And then the next night I slept for 4 hours. And I was full of energy. I was fine. But I read that it messes up with your circadian rhythm. So if you go get under anesthesia and you're like not sleeping, that's probably why. But anyway, that's one of the things is rise and shine, feel good. You've gotten out of bed. Yeah, and be thankful. Be thankful you got out of bed. And that is a morning ritual. A deep breathing. I like to do deep breathing, especially in the evening. Not so much throughout the day. A lot of people do it throughout the day, but I do it in the evening because it helps calm me, in through the nose and out through the mouth. That sounded seductive, but I did not mean for that to sound seductive. Anyway, these are just little rituals, and I just found it interesting because I think we all have rituals and we don't think that we do. I'm all about drinking water. That's another ritual. I drink water throughout the day. I just love water. I love wine too, but I don't drink that throughout the day. And eating properly and reflect on your day. When you go to bed at night, I highly recommend, even if it's for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, reflect on your day. Think about the good things that happen to you during the day. And if something not so happy happen throughout your day, know that tomorrow is another day. And that's a good ritual to get into because the day is behind you and you cannot do a replay on the day when it's a bad day. It's behind you. Move on. Because we are given that gift of a new day. At least I hope we are. I hope you are. Each and every day we have got to be thankful for what we have. People in our lives, our jobs, our families, our friends. And the other thing is, another great ritual is trying to get some sleep. It's so important just to, and I mean, a lot of people don't. You see these little kids and they're all snuggly with their little blankies, or they're all snuggly with a stuffed animal. I'm sorry, but you are not too old to snuggle with anything. If you want to snuggle with a pillow, then you should. If you want to snuggle with a teddy bear, then you should. Now, your husband might think something's going on, but if something helps you relax at night, that should become a ritual. It takes about, I think, 30 minutes. One of the things we all need to do, of course, is put the cell phones down. Put them down. I know that's hard for so many people, including myself. Put them down and just reflect on the day. If you don't have pajamas, or if you sleep in the nude is one thing, but if you do, get some really nice pajamas that you will sleep and make that the ritual because you deserve that. And chamomile tea is very good, and that's a good ritual too, to have tea before bed. But anyway, I know. I don't even know what made me think to do rituals. I guess one thing led to the other, as everything in life. But thank you again for listening. I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope that you have some wonderful rituals for Thanksgiving if you choose to celebrate. If not, you should make some. And of course, I'm calling them rituals. People will call them traditions, but you can call them whatever the hell you want. So until next week, this is Henry. Thank you for listening, and go find your blessings. Look around because they are right there in front of you.